This is Cadillac Unscripted on 107.9 CDY. I am Rich Spicer. My co-host is Katie Huckle. This is sponsored by Independent Bank. And we have a big weekend coming up next weekend in Cadillac, and also an addition to an already popular event, the Christmas tree lighting. So we decided we'd have some of the people in the building who would be able to talk most authoritatively about it.
Perfect. Yes. And what I love about Christmas in the Park and Christmas Downtown is it's such a family thing, and it gets everybody in the mood to launch the Christmas season. So now we've got something great that's going to get even better. And we've got Marci and Beth with us this morning to talk about it. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. So tell us, we know about the guts of the event, or what we would say the foundation. Tell us what's new this year.
So I just want to touch base a little bit on the guts, only because that is actually not our area, but we are tacking onto it because we have Dave McMahon and John McMahon have been putting it on for decades and have done a phenomenal job, and they've done a great job at keeping it kind of like that Christmas magic. They haven't allowed vendors and solicitation and stuff, and it's so, because we have this beautiful little Hallmark town, it kind of still has its Christmas magic. So when this opportunity presented itself, we wanted to reach out and stuff to make sure it's still aligned with that piece, which it does, and it's still super exciting. So I just wanted to give a shout out to them a little bit, because that's the real reason that happens every year. We just were able to tack on with this extra little this year, but I'll let Marci talk about that.
Okay. So Beth and I attended a Michigan Festivals and Events Conference back the first part of November, and the opening night was Thursday night, and we actually had this drone show that was part of like the opening night. So we got to witness that, and we were like, this is amazing. And so then the next day we went and talked to the people that put it on, and we're like, how can we get this to Cadillac? Like, this is amazing. This is something new, fresh. We've never seen this before. So how can we get it here? And we were thinking like next year, not this year. So we told him a little bit about the Christmas tree lighting and that event, and they were super cool and were actually really familiar with Cadillac and thought that was, a cool little town and had history. The owner, his aunt actually, and family all lived here and grew up here and different things like that. And so he's familiar with Cadillac. So then we seen him later in the day, and he's like, you know what? I really want to bring this to Cadillac in memory of her.
No kidding?
So
awesome.
We actually were able to chat with him a little bit more about like her and her love for Christmas. And he's like, I want to do this show as a memory thing for her, since I wasn't able to be there when she had passed. And so, that was a little bit of how that all came about. So he's with Starlight Aerial Productions. So it was a drone show that was put on the night before, and it was 100 drones that put on that show to music. And so that same show is going to be here in Cadillac on the 24th at 6:15. So we're super stoked about that.
Isn't that wonderful, that link to our little town, Rich?
Yeah.
Wow.
And what's super cool is that the show can be curated. So they had a Christmas one, but they can do it at all kinds of different festivals, events, and they can curate. So if you wanted 107.9 CDY in the sky, they can make that happen. And so they're going to add in some little elements that we told them a little bit about Cadillac's history and things like the train. And so they're going to add in some different things so they can curate each show to the different areas. So it was, I know I can't even wait for next week, because we've got to witness it, and we've just been so excited because it just added to that magic. I was not ready. I was like, it is too early for Christmas, but we saw it, and now I've been in like full Christmas mode. I went home and I'm like ready. Like I'm so excited.
So excited. When it's so important that we go out of town sometimes and see what other people are doing. I mean, can you speak to that? Whose idea was the show that you went to?
So like the conference?
Yeah.
So we're part of Michigan Fun, that put it on. So I'd never been. Beth has actually been one other year. So we talked about it. And since we do we're on a lot of committees for all the events that are around this town, and we help promote that and, do different things behind the scene and the day of events, we thought that this was a great conference to go to and learn more and bring back some creative ideas to Cadillac and put them.
Yeah. Sorry. I
Sorry.
No, just on that note, it's been really cool the last couple of years because I don't think in years past necessarily have all the entities like really collaborated. And so Visitors Bureau and Chamber and, city and stuff as well. Now we're kind of all extended, almost coworkers of each other. So we had gone before, we're like, this is a great opportunity. They hadn't had a chance to, and then they had been looking at it. And so this time we're like, okay, we're going to have the representative of each of us go because there's different elements that we can kind of take back and share. And so obviously this was a cool thing. We have a whole pack of other information that we're sharing to all kinds of the different boards and stuff in the community for the different festivals and fairs and things. Because events are our sole thing. We're a support of them, right? But yeah, it was really I'm still really excited about this.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've been here not as long as Katie, but I've been here for almost 17 years now, and I don't think I've ever seen more collaboration between these entities than I do now. Am I wrong?
No.
Okay.
This is something that's brand new, and, we're actually seeing a lot of that. Because of the collaboration, we're getting more things done, faster rates. Things are just coming together naturally, and everybody's just kind of on that same board and moving forward. And I feel like we're taking it to a whole different level that it's never
momentum,
been.
Marci.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
And both of you, just the way you play off of each other, it isn't, I think there's not so much a territorial look at things like, well, my group only does this and my group only does this. It's like, how can we, for the greater good of Cadillac, work together? That's what this feels like to me.
And I love
There's more than one lane in downtown and they all have to work together.
I like it.
That's what it is. And at the end of the day, we all have the same goal, right? To get people to stay here, live here, make Cadillac the driver that it has and continue that growth. And when we're all in our own separate silos, it gets stunted. And so doing things like this, I don't think some of this would have happened. So it's a new opportunity that's able to come. And he might have taken another 10 years. He might not have words are hard. He may not have at all. But we just happened to be in the right place at the wrong time. And as soon as we saw it, we're like, okay, we have to go make this connection and talk to them. We're going to figure out how in 2024 we're going to get them to Cadillac. And so sooner than later.
Relationships are everything.
Yeah.
So and it never hurts to go up and talk to somebody.
Yes.
Ever. You just have to be bold enough to do it.
Yes.
Oh, he was probably tickled pink when he found out you ladies were from Cadillac. Tickled pink.
Oh, yeah. He shared with some stories of, him growing up and different things like that, and just kind of, his experience up here and how he hadn't been in Cadillac in many years. So that was kind of cool. And, because of him doing this memorial for his aunt, Judy Hill, he's having a bunch of his family members all coming up to be able to celebrate and have Thanksgiving together. And so it is a big family gathering as well that all came out of this. So that was really cool. And I love the back history on it and him sharing his family, stories with us.
Absolutely. For you both to be that excited, like Beth said, she wasn't really quite ready for Christmas yet. And this kind of launched Beth's Christmas season here. Yeah. Can you describe how this made you feel, just so that we're ready? Because you both have big smiles when you talk about it.
So I'm super stoked for this. I feel like everybody that we've talked to and told about this, or, everybody's super excited to experience this. It's a new element. It makes us really happy that we're able to offer this to the community, and it's just something that I feel is going to put a lot of smiles on a lot of faces.
Okay.
And one of the things I absolutely love about Cadillac is it's big and it's small. And those moments where you feel like it's still kind of small and the Christmas tree lighting is my favorite every year, just because I feel like it's this Christmas magical moment.
There's something very Norman Rockwell about it.
There's no drama and extra stuff. It's Christmas music, it's community, it's the kids running around, it's freezing and some hot cocoa, and it just is this huge sense of community. And it's a reminder every year of, again, that we're all kind of in this together, right? Because we can be in a million different lanes in a million different places, and we do continue to grow. But the one thing that we seem to always have is that sense of community. You could call on, how many people you can call and are like, okay, if we're doing this for Cadillac, we're all in.
Yes.
And so to be able to add just an extra little element of joy to all of their faces is the part I'm really excited about. So,
why don't we talk a little bit about, what else is going on? We talked about the Christmas tree lighting. We've talked about, all of that. We've talked about the drone show, which it's interesting because I don't know that drone shows are ever going to replace fireworks. However, they have their own set of interest to them. And they are, it's fascinating how they're put together. Did you get to see any of the nuts and bolts of how the drone show was put together?
We got to see inside the truck the other day, and kind of like a little bit of the platform, and we got to talk to the Starlight Aerial team, and they just, the 3 days that we were there, they just, a couple of the girls were so excited that kind of create the shows, and they talked about the dynamics of getting to create new shapes and all of these pieces. So very dynamic. We're excited to learn more, but learning about all the different elements. Obviously, we didn't see fireworks on the drone. This was a Christmas one, but they were talking about elements that they could make it look like fireworks. And I don't think that it would replace it, but thinking about all of our veterans that have like PTSD and things like that. And you could make a 2 music quiet one without the big bangs, so I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential there with it, where like I said, I don't think it's going to replace something, but another option, something different, something new.
To me, it's like a light bright in the sky, except
I don't
have
to piece it together, and I don't have to forget if I lost a piece.
The lights are moving, and the lights are moving because there are flying objects up there moving them around. So, but that's kind of how it looks to me.
Yeah. Yes.
I loved my light bright. I haven't heard that in years.
That is a great thing. And the great thing about the drone show too is that, so when you're in the commons that night, you don't have to move because the base of the show is so high up. Like they came and mapped out the area and stuff. So it's all above the tree lines. It's not like you're have to looking through the trees and up. Like it's so high up, but it'll still seem big that everyone will be able to view it without moving from that area. And because the drones have such a high ceiling that they can do and go. So
So what else is going on that weekend? That is the beginning of Small Business Saturday. So we need to cover that.
Yep.
Yes. So Saturday is Small Business Saturday. So the downtown, we work with the downtown businesses doing a retailers roundup every month. And we get them together and kind of talk about, different things that we can help promote and ways to, get people downtown and different things like that. So Small Business Saturday, they always look forward to that. They always are prepared to have, fun deals, maybe snacks, different things like that. Some of them do themes. They just kind of go all out for that weekend.
And that's another thing too, Beth, that it seems like the downtown merchants are also working together very well.
Mm-hmm. It has been a little bit of a long path, but we are so excited, and they're more and more show up every month and are collaborating. And the idea is neither entity has the staff, right, to be able to just core do this, so we need all of them. But if they can come up with an idea, then we can help execute and get the people. So one of the things they're going to be doing, Small Business Saturday is on Saturday, but it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because we know it's Black Friday shopping weekend, etc. And we want everyone to support local. If we don't support local, we can't draw new people in because we don't have our businesses that are able to stay afloat. So there's a postcard that'll be going around. It'll be available at most of the downtown locations that if you shop that weekend, they get a little stamp. They just have to spend money in 5 different locations. There's not a specific amount or anything. So if you go get a coffee here and buy a Christmas stocking stuffer there and go to dinner there. Any in the downtown quarter, they can get a little stamp, and then the postcard can be turned into the downtown Cadillac page, and it goes in a drawing, and all of the businesses have kind of put in little pieces there, so you get like a little experience downtown package if you win.
Great idea.
So turning it into the downtown page involves what? Taking a picture and uploading it, or is that
Yes.
how? Okay.
Yep. We tried different avenues and stuff, but that's the easiest versus trying to text it and then having to upload. So yes, you can usually find somebody that'll be able to take a picture and just send it to that downtown Cadillac page.
What a great idea. Don't go into one store, but visit 5 different locations and make an afternoon of it.
Yes.
And then in order to kind of support for the season, they have things going on in December too. So
Yep. So every Friday in December, starting the 1st, there is a late night Friday. So not all stores, but most stores will be open until 7 p.m. on Friday nights in December. They're each themed. So like one is like an ugly Christmas sweater. Another one is red and green. Trying to think.
I think it was last minute snack and shop, and then stocking stuffer night. I think it is.
Oh, cool.
So each of those are themed, and then we're kind of working with those different downtown businesses to make sure that there's like maybe a wrapping night or some other component with it to kind of make it fun and exciting to come out and shop and get your Christmas presents. So.
And there's one more element. Do I still have a minute?
Oh,
okay.
You've got lots of
Okay,
minutes.
I didn't know where we are.
14 minutes.
Oh,
That's
great.
right.
Okay. So every year we do the Downtown Dollar program, which is basically you can go and buy a gift certificate that you can use at any one of I think it's 28 different locations downtown. And at Christmas time, we usually do a sale on them. There was a couple years Consumers Energy had done a grant through COVID. That was only a 2-year thing. So last year, Chamber raised money, and we did basically buy one, get one half off. So you bought $100, you got $150 worth of dollars to spend into downtown. So this year, we've been able to raise so far $5,000, but we are doing a raffle ticket or a cash raffle right now. So tickets are $50. We will not sell more than 150 tickets, and you have the chance to win up to $1,000 cash, or there's one of 4 different options that are over a $200 value that you could win, and all of that money is going to go for the match dollars that go on sale. I think it's the second week of December, so that we can raise that. So we'll have $10,000 in match dollars. So that should put about $30,000 back into our downtown businesses for this holiday season. And usually once they go on sale, which I said is the second week of December, a lot of the redemption rate is within the first month. Mm-hmm. So those monies goes right back into our downtown. And so it's kind of been a big boost around every holiday season. So we're continuing that again. And it's great for businesses. If you don't know what to get them, give them the gift of local. So we can do curated printed amounts if they just want to buy them for all of their employees or whatever that might look like. Get a hold of the chamber and we can make sure that you guys get downtown dollars for your employees, coworkers, friends, family, right?
Genius.
Yeah,
Genius. It's just important to throw that out as everybody's getting online. We've got to remember this thing.
Bring it back home.
Bring it home. Store with the door.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah. And it has been proven, and I don't know if you have the statistics here, but it's been proven that when you shop local, so much more of that goes back into the community than if you're going out to the North End or if you're going to Amazon.com to order your treasures from Jeff Bezos. He doesn't need your money.
No,
these local people do.
70% of every dollar that you spend goes local if you're spending it local. And then another actually local business, I just was looking at it earlier, the Food Mafia's Let's Roll With It posted this thing on their timeline earlier.
I saw that.
Yep, and it said if each of us spent $100 a year more on local businesses instead of chain stores, it would put an extra $3 million a year into our economy. That's $100 a year, just each person. That would put $3 million back in. So think about that. It might be a little bit more convenient. It might be a couple less dollars, but you're supporting your neighbor's kids' soccer, or you know what I mean?
And these are the businesses who are supporting the soccer teams. They are supporting the sports teams. They're always quick to give gift certificates when they're asked.
We recently had, because we get to have the businesses kind of in like a local chat, and they were getting together to make sure that there was blankets available for people that needed them, and trying to find like different locations where those would be available just because of need. So they're always giving back, and those are the ones that tend to be more involved, but they're struggling to keep their doors open.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. I think we need to have a change of mindset, I mean, especially post-COVID when everything was coming, with Amazon and stuff. And I love the idea of making it an event. I mean, we know that fellowship is really, really important, and fellowship and depression skyrockets during the holidays. And so get together with people and go walk downtown and have cocoa or dinner out.
Social district is open.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about that. So can you cover what the social district it means?
Yeah.
Yes,
yes, I can. So the social district, we have, let's see, 4 stops right now with a possible 5th one coming soon. So what that means is in our downtown Cadillac area, there is a social district area. They're allowed to go purchase a drink at a few different locations as long as they have a cup with a social district sticker on it. You're allowed to take that and walk around downtown.
Okay.
Or by the fire pit in the commons, whatever you want to do. So you can go get a nice hot toddy, walk down by the fire pit, enjoy the Christmas lights, do a little shopping.
Yes. So those locations, if you are looking to do something like that, would be Clam Lake Beer Company, Raven Social, Roasted Cafe, and then Willow Greenhouse. So those are your 4 options. And all you do is say you need a social district drink, and they know exactly what that is, and then you're allowed to walk within a distance. And most of the places do have it in their window explaining the rules in case anybody needs to know that, or they are on CadillacMichigan.com under the social district tab.
Okay.
I can't think of anything more fun than shopping with girlfriends and, making an evening of it and talking about holiday plans and what you're getting everybody this year and that kind of thing.
Yeah, the last couple years, the businesses had done Thursday nights just because they weren't quite sure, but that's kind of why they wanted to switch it to Friday. So, you got a little bit more time on Friday. You can come downtown and shop, then grab a late dinner.
Right.
Have a drink,
You don't have to think about getting the kids up and around the next day and all of these things.
Wrangling the kids is, a whole other battle that is very much a factor in all of that.
When did we become so hip downtown, Rich? Or in general?
Well, and it's nice because it is. There's something that we us at 9 and 10 we always have a joke about this package that they did from someone from Traverse City who sold cheese.
Okay.
And she called it approachable cheese, which I thought was boom. It's like, what's approachable cheese? But this makes downtown approachable.
Yes,
you know what
does.
I'm saying?
Welcoming, friendly. Yes, and it's not just all about spending money. It's about the vibe, the feeling that you get, camaraderie, fellowship, small town.
And if you get the chance and go down and just stroll, you'll notice too that each of them are so passionate about their stores. I mean, they change their windows with every season, and I feel like that's something that goes overlooked. But if you just go and stroll down, every season, they did fall, they all had them decorated for homecoming, they got it decorated for Christmas, so they all put so much into it. I feel like that just totally goes overlooked.
It's funny, Beth, because I was away with college girlfriends in California, Napa Valley, last week, and at the last minute, I'm like, I don't have the right clothes for this. It's a totally different vibe. You know what I mean? It's you want to look really, really nice, but you don't want to look like you're trying too hard. You don't want to be overdressed, but you don't want to be in jeans. I was confused by the whole thing, so I called down to Blossom. Great team of gals, Jamie's got, and I said, and they're young and they're hip and they're with the program. And I said, listen, I leave tomorrow, no pressure, but if I could just stop down and you could have some things put together, every outfit I tried on, I bought. I said, I'm done trying on outfits. But my point is, I was with women from Minneapolis and Charlotte and, Dallas, and they were like, Katie, I mean, where did the floral dress come from? And where did they put me together?
That's right. That was put together in Cadillac, Michigan.
I did.
Thank you.
I said, this gal, girl owns this beautiful store downtown, and her team is on it. And I said I had to stop trying on clothes because I was buying everything, including, the boots that went with the skirt, that went with the top, that went with the I mean, it was spot on. And in fact, one of the vineyards, the owner stopped me. In Napa Valley, a lot of times owners are on site and said, I really like your look. And I turned around to all my girlfriends and I said, did you hear her? She likes the look.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I was from Cadillac. So that really made me smile and feel good. I've got to pass that along to her. I haven't shared that yet. So,
in the 5 minutes that we have left, we need to circle back to let people know what's going on Friday here in Cadillac. So we started with it. Let's end with it. So take us through Friday and the weekend.
So Friday, Christmas tree lighting ceremony starts at 5:30. Tree gets lit around 6 o'clock. And at 6:15, all you have to do is look straight up and we'll have the Christmas drone show. And then we hope the rest of the weekend that you come downtown shopping for your Christmas shopping. There'll be all kinds of deals and things. Grab a postcard from one of the local stores and get that stamped. And then throughout, obviously, the holiday season, we'll have late night shopping and things. But if you're wanting to know about all of these things, follow Downtown Cadillac page, Visitors Bureau, Visit Greater Cadillac, and Cadillac Area Chamber of Commerce. And those are kind of the three places we kind of keep all of the events and up-to-dates and town to-dos and things up to date.
Beth, it's so important what you said. You don't need to move your physical body from one thing to the next as the drone show starts. Stay put, look up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, first of all, thank you both for all the work you do for promoting downtown and Cadillac in general. We really appreciate you. And Marci, aren't you the one who does the hospitality jobs?
I do.
You do.
I do.
That gets posted at the CTC every week, and I know it makes its rounds on social media.
Yes.
And that's really, really important because a lot of our people who are in that space need good workers.
Yes. Yeah. So I put that together every week and I send that out to a handful of people as well as put it on social media for that way we can get some, fresh blood into our businesses and keep them running because I know with COVID and all that, it's hard to find people and it's hard to find good workers. So I'm glad that you guys are able to share that and it is helpful in the community.
Again, collaboration.
Yes.
CTC with the owners of the business, with Marci,
And
incredible.
And where are you going to go to find new labor? High school seniors.
Absolutely.
Yes.
They're
Right?
looking and they're thinking about it. Rich and I talk about, we remember being seniors and people going, so, where are you going? What do you want to be when you grow up?
What are you going to do next?
Yeah, and everyone at your open house asks you that question. You're like a deer in headlights, like, I'm scared. What if I can't, make it? So we're prepping these kids earlier on, and it does take a village. It takes all of us saying, we're here to support you.
Yeah, we've changed a lot of our efforts into that talent pipeline and how do we get our kids ready. But on the note of other things to do for the holiday season and stuff, Marci and the Visitors Bureau also have CadillacMichigan.com, which is our full kind of main community calendar.
Okay.
So if you're looking for things to do and are looking for the craft shows and all of the different Christmas events and stuff, CadillacMichigan.com. Marci works really hard to keep that up to date on a regular basis. So all the happenings are there as well.
Stay here. Get on CadillacMichigan.com and see what she's got going on, and don't leave town. Stay here and spend your money here.
And if you have an event and it's not listed on Marci's list, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so you can always go on our website, which CadillacMichigan.com, and at the top it says request information. You can go on there and you can actually put in your event, and that will come right to me, and then that way I can post that on there. The other option is you can email me at Marci, MARCI, at CadillacMichigan.com, all spelled out, and then I can put that on our website as well.
Excellent.
And if you have an event going on, the best thing to get it on the radar, to get on the calendar, if you don't do those two things, is to make sure that you create a Facebook event because then it pops up a lot easier.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, and
So
that's very important. And if you have an event and you're wondering why people aren't showing up or you're wondering why it isn't being advertised, these are the people who can get that information out.
yes, these are gatekeepers and rainmakers both.
Right, exactly.
So on a personal note, Thanksgiving is coming up. It's this coming week. And so, what is your very favorite thing to eat at Thanksgiving? We're going to start with Beth. You can only pick one dish.
You guys are going to laugh, but my family has made this weird salad for years, and it's called couscous salad, and it's like couscous and walnuts and feta. And I know it's super weird, and it's for a very rare taste, but it is my favorite, and we only make it at Thanksgiving.
There you go. See?
I would say green bean casserole is my favorite.
I don't need to answer that
always
question now because
staple.
that's mine too.
Are you
Green
kidding
bean
me?
casserole. Yep.
Okay, he has to work on Thanksgiving, so I was going to bake you a pie, but I got it. Mine it's Minnesota wild rice, and it's baked in casserole form in beef bouillon with mushrooms, and again, once a year, but it pairs so well with turkey. So on that note, here comes the holiday season. These gals are going to make Cadillac super fun and amazing for the holidays. Thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Beth Miller and Marci Hensley are making it happen downtown and in and around Cadillac as well. Next week, we'll have some more local chat here on Cadillac Unscripted, sponsored by Independent Bank on 107.9 CDY.